Welcome back to Hub Recaps. Today I will show you the Chinese thriller drama fiction action film 2004, titled Kung Fu Hustle. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The film starts in a police station, where a gangster was beating a police officer. Because that police officer has arrested the wife of a gangster. After beating the police officer, he was about to take his wife and other companion. He doubts something wrong is going to happen. Because there was a strange silence on that roads, and their cars were also missing. Later on, their rival's ex-gang encounters them, they surround them like that becomes unable to escape. The ex-gang starts to shoot on the members and the leader of the first member group starts to run. But the leader of the ex-gangster makes his attempt futile by attacking him with an axe. For this reason, his leg cuts. Now, Brother Sum, the leader of the ex-gangster moves near to him by dancing horribly. Brother Sum strikes him frequently, with his axe. The man appeals to him to leave him but Brother Sum rejects his appeal of mercy and keeps on beating him. All this was happening in front of the police station and police couldn't do anything because X-gang has bribed police. After demising that gang, X-gang becomes more powerful. That frightens them with their weird dance and beating. Now X-gang rules everywhere and everyone was in a panic from them. Whereas there was a society, there everyone lives with calm because it was the society of poor people. X-gang doesn't do anything with poor people because they didn't have any benefit from them. This whole society was owed to a landlord and landlady. The landlord teases people with his weird habits and the landlady always remains in anger. In this scene of the movie, she seems still angry and she was demanding rent from all. During this, she slapped an encountered boy. We notice two mysterious men at the gate of this society and, watching them it seems that they're with the wrong intention. Now they demand from a boy for money by saying that they're from X-gang. But people, instead of frightening, beat them a lot. When these two boys are panicky, about to run, instantly landlady appears. Sing, who entitles himself a member of X-gang, becomes afraid of the landlady but doesn't show. He kindles a firecracker and throws it at the back side of this society. Because along with Sing the people of this society know that they throw firecrackers to signal the rest. When Sing was about to get off from society, the people of the X-gang appear in reality. When Sing throws firecracker it was fallen on the head of one member and he comes here furiously. Before getting in he asks from Sing who has thrown this firecracker. Sing accuses landlord. The landlady by watching their tattoo of axe understands that they are really the people of X-gang. She runs incredibly, in order to save her renter. Now the people of X-gang extort the boy whom they demanded money. But the boy doesn't scare and states that he isn't afraid of them. Meanwhile, the general of gang becomes ragged and was about to attack with his axe. That a mysterious thing attacks him and he falls in a bin and his spinel breaks. They signal the other members of gang and in a few moments their whole army appears. They threaten everyone and ask by whom their member was beaten. But no one has the answer. On getting no response they become more furious. They sprinkle petrol on a young lady and her child. And Brother Sum again inquires that who has beaten his member and no one has answer. He lights up a lighter and throws it on a lady but meanwhile, a boy appears and takes everything on him. He declares that he has beaten the general although it was a lie. Listening to this all the members attack abruptly. He jumps in the air and in the air he uses his legs to encounter everyone. To help him, Taylor appears and with their powerful punches beat everyone. When gangster seems to be defeated they bring out their guns. Before they use their guns they attack towards the wall like magnetic. The gangster becomes astonished at how is it possible. During this, a man appears with a knife from the restaurant. He attacks with his knife on gangsters and breaks the guns of those who have. He was defending himself against those who points a gun at him. This fight becomes a hurricane and soon the gangster runs. After this the leader of this gang becomes furious. In his anger, he punishes these two boys because of whom the fight was started, Sing and his brother. They enchain these boys and Sing opens it within 3 seconds. The people of this gangster become astonished and declare him talented. Now a man recommends him to open his brother's chain and he opens it within no time. All the members become very impressed with him. And Sing brother request him to include him in their gang. But Brother Sum asks that they'll include him in his gang when he'll kill anyone. Later on, the Brother Sum assigns him a task to kill a man in this society. He promises to include in his gang after this. Now Sing and his brother was worried that how would they kill the people of this society. He knows that the people of society know martial art and Sing tells him that he knows Buddha martial art. Here the flashback of Sing's childhood life is portrayed. There he met a bagger who presented him a book and said if you read this book you'll be the most powerful. You could do anything that you want. Sing gives all his money and takes that book from him. Sing following the instructions of the bagger practices the moves. After a while, an incident happens in his life in his school, a few boys tease a little girl. Here he goes to save her to test his moves but his move doesn't work and he was insulted. Here he agreed that the world is only for bad people and only they could win. Here the girl was saved, but Singh decided to be an evil man and will earn a lot. During this, an ice cream seller girl passes through. They go to her as a customer. They run without paying her and get on the train. She chases them, but they both make fun of her. Here we notice Brother Sum, who hires special killers to kill the people of society. The leader of X gang wants to take revenge from those who have beaten him and attacked him. Now, the killer he hires are blind. They complete their mission with the help of musical instruments. It means they kill people with the help of musical instruments. At night they go to the targeted society and sit at a specific position. Here the man notices him who saved a girl and started fight. But he ignores the mysterious people and moves further. The killers play their musical instruments with the help of sound waves. The knives get out. As the man looks backwards, all the knives stabs him and he dies. The killers are successful enough. Now in their mission 2 more people were. One was the tailor and other was the restaurant owner who beat them. For this purpose, the blind musician brings Taylor out so he could kill him. But Taylor too was powerful and a fight between 2 starts. They both come out during fight. And musician again takes their position. Here to help Taylor, the owner of restaurant comes with a big knife. He keeps the knives away from himself which were coming from musical instrument. In a few seconds, they again bring out their musical instruments with their weapons. And this time a gigantic sound resists their musical instruments. After noticing this they realize that someone else is there too. Who is more powerful than Taylor and restaurant owner? During this these instruments kill Taylor too. Here we know that the incredible noise was of landlady who was more powerful than them. The musician again takes their position to attack landlady, but landlord appears. He holds them and throw them by swinging them. But the musicians don't give up and hold their instruments again. They made such sounds from which demons produced. That demons are about to attack on landlady and landlord with swords. Landlady again shouts and break these demons too and throws the musicians out too. Here we notice, at the death of Tyler and restaurant owner the society becomes sad because they have saved them. Here we again notice, Singh and his brother who push out of the train as beggars. Here they again notice the ice cream seller. They go to her and demand money. When she rejects they open her box. They realize that she couldn't speak. The girl reminds Singh that she is the same girl whom Singh rescued in childhood. But Singh breaks her lollipop and ignores her. As he moves further, and the people of X gang appear and holds him. They told him the purpose of being caught. They tell him that he is the member of X gang. As the member of X gang he is assigned to kidnap a man from mental hospital. Singh according to their instructions goes there and opens a big locker. There he sees an old man sitting on toilet who was reading newspaper. He takes this man to Brother Sum. This old man was actually a killer. Everyone knows him as a beast. He is called by Brother Sum to kill landlord and landlady. He wants to take revenge of his insult. Here the appearance of beast was so strange that no one could say him a beast. To test, a man of Brother Sum shoots gun at him. He catches from his fingers and proves himself a beast. Beast stands up and uses his incredible powers and hits a table with his leg. Along with the table, earth and the wall too break. Because of this, the people in club becomes horrified. But here we notice 2 people were sitting calmly. They were landlord and landlady. They come to kill Brother Sum in order to save their society from threat. Brother Sum too come. Landlord and landlady indicate him a giant bell. They say that this is the gift for Brother Sum. Brother Sum becomes more furious to see that bell. Landlady furiously touches the table and the table breaks and hits to Beast. But Beast doesn't get affected. On the other side landlord attacks on Beat by his legs, but it also has no effect on him. When they notice that Beast doesn't have any affect. Later they both attack on him. Beast in a single punch throws them away. Later on we notice, Beast with his martial art moves attack on landlord. Landlord also defends with the same pace. As his speed decreases Beast punches on landlord. Watching this landlady becomes furious and to kill Beast she uses her shout technique. This time Beast gets affected but a little bit he makes control by turning back. Killer attacks on landlady. This time landlord and landlady bring a bell and use bell shout technique. With the huge echo of shout bell, everything over there break. And Beast too was affected badly. As everything trashes, Beast survives astonishingly. He attacks on them with chopsticks furiously. During all this, Singh enters. He was in the appearance of gangster. Here Brother Sum gives him a stick to pound at landlady and landlord. The good man of Singh arises and he pounds at Beast instead of them. Beast becomes furious and starts to beat Singh instead of them. Landlord and landlady take Singh and run. Beast becomes astonished that what happens with him. Landlord and landlady bring Sim at society. We notice Singh fully wrapped with bandages. He was healing soon beyond imagination. In a few minutes Singh breaks all bandages. Here we notice Singh outside, where Beast comes with gangster in society. Here a fight was held between Beast and Singh. We come to know that Singh is more powerful than all. He beats all the flying people of gangster. and pounds Beast 2 with his kick and kicked him that affected him badly and he falls down. He was attacking on Beast by using his martial art and Beast was defending continuously. Beast blows his body and attacks on Sing as he collapses with Sky. On reaching clouds, he sees his master Lord Buddha and he gains much power from. He lands from Sky with making a sign. With his hands and it was as powerful that the gangster falls down. And a big hole of his hand appears in ground. When he comes back on Earth he attacks on Beast with his hand at distance. Beast gets out of the building. There was a big hole. The same mark was placed in wall as it was on ground. Beast confesses his defeat and he states Sing a master. Here we notice Sing becomes a good man as he was in childhood. He opens a candy shop where he welcomes his childhood friend. They both happily gets in the shop. And the movie ends. Thanks for watching.